Hello and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Business. I'm Joey Trombley. On the camera is the founding father himself, Calvin Castine, and today is a beautiful July 22nd day here, 2014, in the beautiful North Country, and we're on the shores of Lake Champlain here in Rouse's Point. We're actually at 260 Lake Street in Rouse's Point, and many of you will remember this place as the Cedar Hedge Nursing Home, run for many, many years by the Pollock family. And a few years back, the Pollocks closed the nursing home, and last year or the year before, the Lawrences, Mark and Leanne Lawrence, bought this facility, and they've turned it into a senior resort community. And we'll ask them about that. I know it's not a nursing home, but we'll ask them exactly what is a senior resort community. And we're really looking forward to doing this show because there's been a lot of excitement in the community as this has been taking shape here. And we'll talk to Mark and Leanne and take a look inside. I've heard they've done a lot of work inside, and it looks absolutely beautiful in there. And I told Calvin off camera we couldn't pick a more beautiful day to tape this show. The lake is gorgeous, the sun's out, and we're looking forward to talking to Mark and Leanne. All right, I got Mark and Leanne here outside of this beautiful facility here, and you guys have just done a wonderful job from the outside and from what I've seen on the inside. We'll take the folks in later, but how long have it been since you've owned this property?
It'll be 2 years in October.
2 years this coming October?
That's correct.
So, and from when you purchased it, it's been that long getting it ready for operation?
Yeah, it's been quite a process.
Yeah. Was there a lot to, when you decided to jump ahead with this, was there a lot to learn about what you're doing here? Was there a lot of investigating?
We were lucky to have a lot of close friends and connections that have been in this industry for a long time, and were able to advise us about different features and different amenities that would appeal to the people that we'll be having live here.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, in my intro, I said this was the old Cedar Hedge Nursing Home, so it is the perfect facility to do what you guys are doing here.
Yeah, we tried to keep it as homey as possible. We wanted it to be more residential. Mm-hmm. We want people to think of this more as a country club than a senior housing or an assisted living facility, because we're not like your typical assisted living facility. We're more of a country club.
Well, I know it says senior housing resort. Is that what it says out there?
A resort community.
Yes, that's community.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what is it that you offer for somebody in their later years? How is this different than a nursing home?
Well, basically, we have 24-hour surveillance, and we have 3 meals a day, your phone service, internet, pretty much everything you would get at a resort.
Okay.
Concierge service on the phone. If somebody would like a cup of tea, they can dial an extension and it rings the front desk, and somebody will take care of that for them. So basically all your needs can be met here. And if it's something that we can't provide in-house, we have a lot of different avenues to be able to bring that in. So somebody here can be very well taken care of for the rest of their life.
So there's no medical staff here, though?
No medical staff, no.
Okay. So nobody's allowed to distribute medicine to the...
We don't distribute medicines. There are services available that can help to monitor that, but we don't do it in-house, no.
Okay. And then this is somebody comes here and they're living here. It's not like there's not like a adult daycare or anything like that here.
No, this is their home. This
Okay.
is a place for them to stay and feel secure and not have to worry about the day-to-day things that are involved in keeping a home and taking care of meals and laundry service and all of those type of things.
So now, what made you think that you wanted to jump into this industry?
Well, coming from the hearing aid industry, I've been dealing with senior citizens my entire life, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. And we've noticed that a lot of different places, as you get older, the facilities that you end up in are not always conducive to the lifestyle that you lived in your younger years. Mm-hmm. So we knew there was a need, and this was a beautiful facility right in our hometown. Right. That just needed a little help.
Yeah, well, I mean, the outside looks just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, there were a lot of cedars up. I even think back here there was a line of cedars back there, wasn't there?
Yeah, we had a lot of overgrown cedars when we first moved.
Yeah.
Hence Cedar Hedge.
You clean that out, and then, of course, you clean the cedars out on the other side, and that opens up to the bed and breakfast over there, which was part of the Cedar Hedge Nursing Home at one time.
That's correct.
So 2 different facilities. And actually, the old Cedar Hedge started in the main house. Yep. Then the Pollocks made this facility here. And you're kind of related to the neighbors next door too, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of in a
We-
roundabout way?
We like to admit it sometimes. Yes, that's my aunt and uncle.
Okay. And they're running a bed and breakfast over there.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I think you've done an interview over there with
We
them.
have, but Calvin and I got to get back in there. We're
Just fixed their kitchen, so we're going back.
Oh, we are going back?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we just got, see folks, this is live TV here. We just got it confirmed from Calvin. We're going back over there. So now, how many rooms or how many residents can you take on here?
Well, there's 18 rooms that are finished presently.
Okay.
So there's room for 18. Some we do have rooms that are available for couples. So we could be a little higher than 18, but we're trying to pace ourselves. We don't need to move everybody in all at once. So
Right.
we like to have a few move in every month and just kind of gradually grow.
Sure. And as you max out, there's down the line, there's room for future growth if need
There is
be.
a capability. There is another wing that we could finish, and we're trying to feel out what people really want as far as room sizes and amenities in the rooms. That way, when we do that other wing, we can kind of custom tailor it a little bit more to each individual's preference.
And you had an open house here recently, didn't you?
Big open house a few weeks ago, yeah.
And how'd that go?
Oh, fantastic. We lost count at about 300 people that came through here.
Seriously?
We had
Yeah.
a lot. A lot of people have a lot of interest in the building because they used to work here,
Sure.
or their mother was here and their father was here. So we had volunteers stop by. We had people who want to play in a band here, stuff like that. So it was nice. The community's been really great.
Oh, I'm sure they would be. I mean, this is a trademark here in the North Country. Now, you bring up the band situation. Are you bringing in local talent for the residents at some point?
Oh yeah, we have activities, regular daily activities, and we had a big luncheon the other day with one of the residents. All her friends were invited, and we had a piano player come in, play in the dining hall. And
Oh, really?
yes, it's a fun place.
So it's nice.
I can't wait to go inside because if I'm not mistaken, all the windows that are facing the lake, you've opened that up into like I don't know if it's a dining room, but like a big living room.
Yeah, we call it a lounge or
Lounge?
a gathering room. yeah.
Okay.
We had a movie night up there the other night and watched a good movie, so
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
it's turned out nice.
All right. So can you give us a tour inside?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Come on along.
Okay, so as we come through the front door, this room really hasn't changed square footage wise when it was a nursing home. So what is this, like an opening lounge or something, a
Yeah,
greeting lounge area?
It's mostly just a sitting area where it's kind of a quiet spot people can sit, or if they have friends or relatives coming over to visit, sometimes they'll sit out here and wait for them to show up or wait for a ride if they need a ride somewhere. So
Okay.
it's just a nice little quiet kind of a waiting area,
And
reception
I know
area.
behind you have his and her bathrooms, it looks like.
Yeah, well, there's one public bathroom and the other one is just a coat
Oh,
closet.
okay.
Yeah.
And this is an office, well, it has your name right on it, so it's your office.
That's my office. A bit of a mess in there. But
Yeah, well, that means you're busy. That means you're busy.
these
Okay.
are all just offices down here. There's a conference room and Leanne and my office are both down there, and then just a filing area.
Okay.
That's original equipment, Cedar Hedge Nursing Home.
Okay. And this was, now I know that the decor's changed, but this was here when the nursing home was here, actually this.
This was considered
this-
the nurse's station. Now we
Right.
call it the reception desk.
The
but
reception desk.
Essentially, somebody's here 24 hours a day.
Okay.
So if anybody needs anything, it can be taken care of. And there's pull cords in every room, so if somebody needs something kind of in an emergency, they can pull a cord. And consistent with the way the nursing home was set up, it'll flash a light in their room. And
So I mean, and you guys are obviously very active, because I think you were saying that you get here at 6 in the morning?
yeah, we pretty much live here now. We're here from 6 in the morning till about 11 at night.
And then you have a night shift person come in?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's housekeeping here during the day, and Terry doing maintenance is here all the time, taking
Okay.
care of the yards and the flowers and all that good stuff. And then there's a cook that's here. She gets here around 7, and they usually stay until 3. And then there's a evening cook that comes in later.
Okay.
Um,
And now is breakfast, lunch, and dinner served at the same time every day?
Pretty much. We're kind of lenient on breakfast. When people start to trickle into the dining room, we kind of take care of them as needed. And
Okay.
breakfast is an easy meal, so if somebody wants eggs or whatever, we kind of can do whatever they like.
Okay.
Our main meal's at noon, so we have our big meal at noon, and then at dinner time, it's usually just a smaller soup and salad or something.
So the big meal is at lunchtime?
Yeah, big
Okay.
meal's at lunchtime, yeah.
All right.
Plus, we serve 2 snacks a day also. So
Okay.
yeah.
If they want it.
No,
No,
yeah.
they always want it.
They always want it.
So you go to them with the snack?
Yeah, we bring it into their room.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're always like happily surprised. Oh, they say thank you. They're
Now, is
all
that like a
excited.
mid-morning snack and then a mid-afternoon snack?
Usually around 2:45 and 7:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they make
So.
sure to make a little extra for me, because I get to see.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there must be healthy snacks because you aren't gaining any weight, that's for sure. All right. Okay. So where do you want to take us from here?
Probably, I don't know if you care about the laundry room, but we can
Salon.
do this, oh, we'll do the salon.
Okay.
Everybody wants to see the salon.
All right.
And this is the salon. We have a local hairdresser that comes in from time to time, usually twice a week. So if anybody wants their hair done or set or curled or whatever the case may be, and we can do nails and everything in there. So
But that's an add-on, though, right?
yes, that we don't really have anything to do with that other than we provide the
Just
space for
making
it.
it convenient for them.
Right. The local hairdresser that comes in, she charges a nominal fee for her services, and she's licensed and she has her own insurance. So this is kind of a separate little entity,
I'm
but it
sure
makes
the-
it convenient.
I'm sure the residents must appreciate that, though.
They all have used it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they all have used it regularly, so
I would think
it's
so.
handy.
But very nice to have that. Now, did somebody coach you in offering this, or is it just something you guys thought of?
Well, we had some input into it, and also this was a salon originally when the Cedar Hedge was here.
Oh, okay.
So they did kind of the same thing. We just moved it a little more upscale, that's all.
Okay. All right. Anything more down here you want us to
These
look
are
at?
just rooms, so we can, if we go that way, you're gonna see the same rooms
Okay.
down there
All right.
as there are up here.
So take a walk down that end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Now, obviously, when you come into the main area here, you see this beautiful fish tank. Now, I'd asked you off camera, was this something that you read that was therapy for the residents? But you said,
Actually, no, it's just a hobby of mine. And when we first purchased the building, we took a walk through and I said, I found a perfect place to put an aquarium. See, I had aquariums back before the ice storm at my home. And we were without power for 13 days.
Right.
And we were unable to keep the water at temperature that it should have been. So, of course, I lost all my fish. So I've always wanted to redo another one, but just never had the space or the time. And now I have the space. I don't necessarily know if I have the time or not, but
now, I mean, you got a lot of different looking fish, almost like exotic looking fish here. Can you talk about that?
well, there's no rhyme or reason to that. When we go to pick them out, we just find one that we think is pretty,
Okay.
and that would be compatible with the other ones.
See, this is where you say, yes, I'm into this, and, you know.
Yeah,
But
I
you're being
could.
honest, Mark. So it's just you like pretty fish.
Yeah, we like colorful ones,
Okay.
active ones. Some like to hide behind the rocks and stuff, so we try to avoid those.
Now, is there any special place where you get your fish, or is just
There's a place over in Vermont, a local fish store, local dealer and he's helped me out a lot as far as making sure I get fish that are compatible with each other and things like that.
So did he help you to design
No,
this one
no,
here?
not really. He just helps me picking out the fish. And if I have any water quality issues, usually he'll advise me how to handle the water quality issues.
Now, on an aquarium this size, are like only X amount of fish allowed in here, or?
Correct,
Okay.
correct. You can only put so many fish per gallon. This is a 300-gallon aquarium, so
Okay.
we can fit quite a few fish. But if you overdo it, it's not healthy for them.
What?
Our residents love it too. They sit here and just watch the fish, especially when they're being fed because they're all in a frenzy, you know.
Why, you took the words out of my mouth. I'm saying this is probably, even though it wasn't meant that way,
Mhm.
it is probably some therapy for the residents.
Well, it's definitely a daily activity. Everybody
Okay.
comes to watch the feeding.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a feeding certain time of the day?
Yes, yeah,
So the residents are aware of that right now?
that's correct.
So,
yeah.
so when is the feeding?
It's around 5 o'clock.
No, we're too early for it here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we will miss the feeding of the fish.
But we'll welcome you back.
Okay, now we have your laundry facility here. Was this a laundry facility when Cedar Hedge was here too?
Actually, no. This was a shower room. This
Oh.
is where everybody took a shower in here. But when we did the little remodel, we made sure that there were bathrooms in every single residence.
Okay.
So there was no need for a community, so to speak, shower room. So this got turned into the laundry room.
Okay.
And we take care of all the laundry as far as bedding and their personal laundry. People can do their own if they'd like, but most people would just soon have somebody else do it for them. So we take care of all that.
And that's part of the fee structure of living here?
Yes, that's included. Basically, when you're here, everything is taken care of for you.
Okay, all right. And do you have different price points without obviously going into them, but?
Yeah, well, it's based basically on room size. We have a standard room size that seems to be the most popular, and we can show you one of those. And that's one fee. And then if somebody wants a larger, what we call a suite, has a little kitchenette in it,
Okay.
then it's a little bit more for that.
Okay, all right. So then behind us, we have the activity room?
Activity room, yes.
Okay, well, Calvin will walk over. You're off camera?
No, you go.
Oh, we're still live.
Watch what you say.
Okay.
Watch that Leanne.
That's why I asked that question.
So this is our activity room. This is where we're gonna do all of our activities. And the other night we did the Wii bowling. And also it can be used for a private place for families to have a family function. We can close off both doors, and if there's a birthday, we can make a cake and some hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that, and the family can have privacy also.
Now, wasn't this the activity room before when it was Cedar Hedge?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah. We made a little lounge over there for people who don't really want to join in the activity but want to be a part. So they can sit right over there and just watch and be a part of the
So I know you're here a lot during the day. Do you happen to play some activities with the residents? Will
Yeah.
Will you sit down and play the board game Sorry with them?
Haven't done that yet. I've asked a few times, but they haven't been really interested in that. But they have been interested in the Wii bowling, which we have set up over there. We had
Okay.
4 or 5 of us in here the other night. And
Really?
Yeah, one of our residents is really good at it.
Take it, beat you?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I think she
By a
bowled a
lot.
202.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she beats everybody.
Yeah.
So she's the bowling champion right now.
Yes,
She
she doesn't know how
definitely
she does it. If you ask her, I don't know how I do it, she says.
No, that's wonderful. And I see you got a bunch of books behind you. Calvin can't see that right now.
On the table.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here's a book on the table. Now, Calvin, how would you know about this book on the table?
Very famous book.
I've seen it so many times.
Now, why would you have seen this so many times, Calvin?
I was there when Border Press put it together.
Okay. The Town of Champlain 2000. Wow. Picture of Fort Montgomery on there. All right, so a nice activity room, and we'll go on and look at some of the rooms now. Okay. So as we're leaving the activity room, we noticed this computer here, and you kind of want to expand on that?
Yes, this is going to be for our residents to use at any time. We have internet throughout the whole building. In all of the rooms, it's wireless, and we can set this up for the resident if they have a family member that's far away for doing Skype and just doing different things. They
There's a
can,
bunch of games on there. They can play solitaire. And
right.
it gets used. It gets used quite a bit.
I bet it would. And but you said you had Wi-Fi in each room then.
Yes.
The
So
whole
if they-
building.
So if they had
The
their
whole
own
building.
personal computer or an iPad, they could bring that with them.
Absolutely.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole building's wired and it has Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's a very nice feature, and that obviously comes with the package.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back in one of the rooms here, and I know you talked about a standard room and a suite, if you will. This would be considered a suite?
Yes, this is a little bit larger room. It's good if there's a couple, they might have a little more room, or somebody that wants to set up a small table or whatever. The furnishings in here are available. We typically don't furnish the rooms because most people have their favorite comfortable chair
Right.
that they want to bring with them, and we encourage that. We encourage people to bring whatever you
So
want.
they can bring additional furniture here then?
Oh, bring all your own furniture.
Okay.
And yes, and we'll hang things on the walls for you if you want. We have Terry, the maintenance guy, is fantastic for all that stuff. He can come help you out. We just hung a TV on the wall yesterday for one of our guests here.
Okay.
So we have these packages though available for somebody if they're moving from out of state or they just don't have the furnishings, then we can furnish the room for them.
And obviously the bathroom's right here. I don't know if Calvin can get a picture of that in there, but it
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
a
it's-
typical. Most all the bathrooms have the same type of a shower. There's a closet in there, and there's pull cords by every toilet. If somebody has a problem, we can help them out.
So you put bathrooms in every one of these rooms?
Yes, they originally had one toilet for 2 rooms when it was a nursing home,
Right.
and they had a hand washing sink in
Okay.
each room. So we kind of just made a small modification and attached and so there's 2 separate bathrooms. So each room now has their own bathroom, shower.
So the other old rooms didn't have a shower in them?
No shower. That's
It was
what
the
the shower
community room.
room. The shower room is down where the laundry room is now.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't realize
So
that.
people had to be either wheeled down there or moved down there.
So now, being the bathrooms, you had to make sure they were handicap accessible?
They're pretty much all, handicap accessible. We tried to think of everything. There's grab bars here and there. And,
Right.
and we have a bunch of other grab bars as people move in. If they need them placed in certain areas, we can do that for them.
Sure. You guys just did a beautiful job in here.
It turned out nice. We tried to keep it with neutral colors. So if somebody comes in and they have a green chair, it won't clash.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, the carpet's really nice, and every room has the same design.
Basically the same
much.
design, yeah. A couple of the rooms, there's 5 of these rooms that are suites that are each one is a little different, but the
Okay.
standard rooms are pretty much all the same.
Okay.
These suites, so to speak, have a little kitchenette, so they have
That's Calvin's going right
Yeah.
now, and I assume that probably having the Frigidaire is probably a big hit, I would think, for the residents.
very popular. Everybody likes to have a little soft drink or something in there. Some of the guys, they like to have a cold beer in there if their friends come over to visit.
Adult beverage?
An adult beverage,
Okay.
yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes. We don't have any cooking in the rooms, of course,
Right.
but there's really no need to cook. We serve all the meals and snacks and whatever anybody needs. So
I think it'd be great if somebody went out for lunch and they don't eat the whole thing, they can bring it back and eat it later on.
yeah, we've had that happen before.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
But then they can put it in a microwave if they want, right?
Yeah, you could put a microwave, a coffee maker, whatever you'd like, really. But and in the standard size rooms, there's not a kitchenette, so to speak, but they have the same little refrigerators in them for people. And there's a lock box in every room, kind of like a hotel. So if you have some valuables or something and you're going to be out for the day, although you have a key to the door and you have the only key to the door, also you can lock your valuables away in a little safe in every room.
So if somebody wanted to talk to you about possibly coming here 7 days a week, I mean, you guys are here, so they can come almost any day to talk to you about the possibility of getting a room here.
Yes, we're here. Presently, we're here pretty much all day, every day. So, and we give tours pretty much on a regular basis.
Okay.
Yeah, people will pop in now and then and want to look around for the future or for a loved one or for themselves. And so
Sure.
we've been doing a lot of that lately.
Okay, nice. All right, can you show us a standard room next?
Yeah, we can walk down that way.
Let's do it.
Immediately to my left is the activity room that we were in the camera view on your right is the suite that we were just in. This gives you a little view down the hall as to the size of this facility. Lots of rooms available here, and there are pictures on the wall. A very nice, attractive decor here. And we're about to go into another room. They're waiting for me.
Okay, so we're in a standard room. This is just kind of set up for a show to let people know what it is. But like we did in the other room, if somebody came, they had their own bed, whether it was a single bed or a twin bed, they could bring that here. Could bring their special recliner if they wanted, or a love seat or whatever, right?
Right, that's correct, yeah. And if you want a quick look, we can show you what the other rooms look like. There's really only 3 rooms that we have furniture in.
Okay.
The other rooms, if people are living in them, they have their own furniture, and then the ones that are still available are they're just open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but if somebody was to come from outside the area and didn't have their furniture, you could furnish it for them.
Yes, that's kind of why we make sure we have a set of almost every style, so that way if somebody needs to move in, if they want a queen bed, we have that available. We have single beds available, and pretty much anything anybody would need.
So you have a closet for their clothes, and then in there is that lock you were talking about, the
Yeah.
safe, right?
Yeah, there's a little safe in every one, and they're mounted right here on the wall.
Okay.
So it's just a good place where they can put their valuables or whatever. Just feel a little more safe.
And then the wall behind, that's the linen closet there?
Yeah, there's a little linen closet in every room, and they all have the same linen closet. It's all shelved for.
Okay. And
Put
then, of
your
course,
treasures.
the bathroom was on the right when we came in.
Right.
Okay.
And the bathroom is basically the same as the other bathroom that we already looked at. It's just scaled down a little bit.
Right, okay.
Yeah. The same showers and the same sinks and everything are in them. So.
Okay. As you can see, they got the dining room here, and there's a piano. Mark talks about it. And as you know, Mark's an accomplished piano player. Listen to that. Pianist. Beautiful music.
Thank you.
And Mark,
Very much.
We thought we'd have some fun with it. Okay, so we're in the dining room, and the square footage really hasn't changed.
No, this is pretty much the way it was when we came here. Of course, we redid everything. New chandeliers and a new ceiling and flooring and paint and all that good stuff. But this is basically the way it was set up.
Now, I know, did it take you a year and a half to get it to this point?
Yes.
Because you kind of did it slowly, right?
Yes. Terry Trombley is our head maintenance man, and he's been here for about almost 2 years now.
So
And
he came when you got the building?
Yes, when we got the building, he came on board, and he's
Wow.
been here every day ever since.
Working-
And he's really the one that did all this.
Working tirelessly every day.
Now, what did Terry do prior to this?
He was a contractor.
Okay.
He's a local contractor.
Okay.
And we've subcontracted a little bit of work that needed to be done, or if we needed a helper, we would get somebody to come and help. But
Right.
as a general rule, he's done it all. So he knows the building inside and out.
This was definitely a big undertaking.
We couldn't have done it without him.
Wow.
I mean, we count on him a lot, and he
And
really
and
came
obviously,
through.
did you know Terry prior to this?
Yes.
Yeah,
you did,
he's done
okay.
work for us over the years.
Okay.
And so now he'll be here permanently.
Okay.
Hopefully forever.
So he'll take care of all the maintenance here, and he helps us out at the hearing aid office also.
So obviously he's happy.
I hope so.
I hope so. And then over there is the kitchen.
Yeah, that's the entrance to the kitchen.
Okay.
Penny's probably in there now.
And we made it into the kitchen area, and one thing that really jumped at me was how clean this is.
Well, it's important to us to have everything just perfect. And this is a private kitchen, and we have a private cook that comes and cooks for us. And so basically anything anybody needs, myself included, she takes good care of us.
So now, was a lot of this stuff here when you came, or did you bring stuff in?
A lot of the equipment was here and just needed a good cleaning, and maintenance guy came in, and people that are more familiar with commercial kitchens came and helped us out to get everything back up and running, and things that weren't running were discarded and replaced. So
Right.
it turned out very nice. There's a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer and an office, a dietary office. And
Well, I really wanted to showcase this because I mean, people are always concerned about their loved ones, you know, what kind of meals they're going to get. Is the place clean? And as they can see, you can't get much more spotless than what we're looking at right now. So you did a really nice job with this.
well, thank you.
Now, older people sometimes have different dietary needs, so do you take that into consideration? How do you handle that?
Well, again, like I said, think of this like a country club. Each individual person can have basically whatever they need or want. So once we know what they need, we can consult with a dietitian. Or if it's something simple like a diabetic patient, it's very easy to be able to handle what they need as far as sugar intake and things like that. So it's we kind of custom tailor to each individual guest here.
So, and I know you said breakfast was really simple, but do they have a choice for lunch, or is what's on the menu that day?
Typically, there's an entree on the menu, and then there's usually one or two alternates.
Okay.
So if somebody wants an alternate, if they don't happen to like what is on for the entree of the day, they can pick something else.
Okay, and then of course adjust if they have dietary or
Correct.
dietary needs.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Calvin is focusing on Lake Champlain, and there's a lighthouse across the way, and I think he has that on the camera. This whole
Windmill Point Lighthouse.
Windmill Point Lighthouse. Well, I mean, this whole place is absolutely gorgeous what you've done, but this here is probably the pinnacle of it all, what you've done here, because what was in this room before was storage, that type of stuff, where there was no windows out to the lake, and this was your idea to open this up. But I mean, for the residents to come here and see what they can look out that window is just spectacular.
Yeah, this is a very popular room. We call it a lounge or a gathering room. People come down here usually after dinner and sit and look out the window and watch the boats go by. Or
Sure. And then I see you put a gas log fireplace in, actually right behind
yeah,
you here.
yeah. Well, come the winter months,
Right.
everybody likes to keep warm, and it adds a little ambiance.
It adds a lot of
to the
ambiance
place.
to it.
Yes.
But
We also had movie night over here the other night. We watched 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
They really liked it. It was a good movie.
I haven't seen that. I heard that's a great movie.
Yeah, it won all kinds of awards, so we said, well, we might as well watch it, and it was a very good.
We just
very
closed
good
the
movie.
shades right there. We moved all the furniture, and made them all comfortable, and we even had snack in here.
Made some popcorn and
Corn and
we had a little
Twizzlers.
party.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The and of course you got a nice little patio set up there, and you'd mentioned that by next year you hope to have like a cover over that. It's a covered patio.
Yeah, we have the plans in place to have a covered patio out there, and there's 5 big white pillars that'll be in the front. And we'll be able to put some ceiling fans in so people can get out of the sun, or if it's just a light rain, you can sit out there. You might be able to serve a few meals out there also.
Right.
Also, I want to put some sidewalks going down towards the lake. I want to have some flower beds and some benches, and all the way down to the, the sign down there, just for people to, to take a little walk and venture down.
Now you'd mentioned there's a walking path around here.
Yeah, there's a sidewalk walking path that encompasses the whole building.
Okay.
And we mapped it out, so if somebody can make 5, is it 5 or 6?
Six.
Somebody makes 6 trips around the building, that equals 1 mile. So we've been keeping track there. So there's a little competition going on to see who can do the most miles in a year.
But what a wonderful thing for them to stay healthy, heart
Active.
smart type of workout. Walking's actually probably the best thing you can do for yourself, and
Yep.
so
And
they
we
can do that here.
We do have chairs around the whole thing too, so they can take a break if needed, and
Okay.
and head on to the next area.
So I mean, you have everything here for someone
Yeah.
to enjoy, obviously.
Yeah.
Another thing that when we did the opening, and I've just noticed it going through here, are you the one with the green thumb? I mean, your flowers are spectacular.
Well, we do have a lot of staff that help out with that.
I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
We'd like to take all
Thank
the
you.
credit, but I think Marilyn had a lot to do with it. She's out there almost every day with the water jugs.
She's
and
picking the flowers, and she's, Terry waters them every day, sometimes twice a day. The heat right now is pretty
Yeah.
warm out there, so.
Yeah, it is supposed to hit 90 today,
Yeah.
and then cool
And
off
there's
by
other ones
tomorrow.
placed around the building. I think there's a total of 15 of those flower pots all the way around the building. So as people walk along, they can stop and sit. There's a couple chairs usually by the flower pots. And
Right.
And we also have a master gardener that moved in, and we've put a couple of garden beds out there for him. We've raised him up a little bit so he's able to work in them and stuff.
One of your
so-
residents
Yeah.
is a master gardener.
Yes.
And you put the beds in for him.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's very nice.
Yeah.
So you're very adaptable
Oh, yeah.
to what their needs are.
yes. Again, like I said, it's like a country club.
It's like a
Whatever
country club.
you want.
Well, it looks like a country club when you go through here. I mean, if folks, you're seeing this on TV, but this, I'm sure the camera's doing not even nearly the justice if you got here and walked through this place. It is. I mean, this is going to be a very high-rated show because people have been wondering about this place. I know you had the open house, but a lot of people couldn't make it, I'm sure.
Right.
And just what you've done with this place, because this is a trademark in the Northern Tier, Cedar Hedge Nursing Home, formerly, and now Senior Housing Resort,
260 Lake Street, yes. A
Okay.
senior resort community.
Senior Resort Community.
And we hope to be around for the next 100 years.
The next 100 years, okay.
Yes.
At
Want to
least.
invite people to come in?
Oh, and we'd like to invite people to come in. We're here all day, pretty much every day. We usually like to give tours anytime between 8 and 5 during the day, though, so it doesn't disturb anyone that's living here.
Sure.
But anytime during the week or the weekend, you can just give us a call or stop by, and we can give you a quick tour and answer any questions you have.
Now, the seniors that are here, they can come and go as they please, right?
Absolutely. yeah.
Yes.
Are they allowed to have a car?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're allowed to have a car.
It's very
Yeah.
independent living.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
We want them to stay as independent as possible. We encourage that.
And then I'm sure that it's got to be kind of fun when relatives come to visit and stuff. It almost kind of like a party atmosphere at times when.
Yeah, the
a lot of
families are very involved here. They
Yeah.
they come on a weekly basis, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week. So
And sometimes there'll be half a dozen of them sitting out here
Right.
just chit chatting.
visiting. And
Yeah. Now I would think like for the big holidays and stuff, you must have stuff in your mind, plans for that.
Yes, yes.
Obviously for Thanksgiving, Christmas.
We got a birthday party coming up also.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're having the cook make up a cake, and we haven't told them yet. So
No, Christmas is going to be fantastic around here because when we did our remodeling, somebody made sure that there were outlets strategically located all around the building, inside and out, just for the Christmas lights.
Really?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
it's gonna be big.
So, yeah, we may have to come back here, Calvin, for the Christmas show.
They'll let us in.
If they'll let us in. It depends depends what the response is for this one here. Calvin, do you want to ask any questions? So Calvin brought to my attention we did talk about pets earlier, and if you can kind of expand on that about the pet
Yes,
situation.
unfortunately, everybody, not everybody, but a few people that they do have their favorite pet have asked about moving a pet in, and unfortunately, we just can't have 10 or 12 pets running around in,
Right.
in the facility, and if we allow it to one, we have to allow it to all. So,
Okay.
so we keep the fish happy to hopefully keep everybody happy, and from time to time, local people that have pets or have animals, they'll bring them in and kind of show them around and things like that. But
Okay.
as far as any animals living here, we don't have any living here.
I mean, that would be tough, obviously, you know, and for you guys, so people, I mean, we know you, but you're local folks. It's not like you came in from out of the area. You're just local people in the North Country, investing back into the North Country.
And that's correct. We live about a mile down the road, and that's kind of how this came to being, because we drove by here every day, and Leanne worked here years ago, so she had a little, little feelings personally about
Sure.
about the building. So, and my mother lives here in town, Pat Carey. A lot of people know her.
My parents, Vinny and Kathy, they had Kathy's Furniture.
Sure.
They used to, they live here.
Of course, I
years and
remember
years.
Vinny from the old Harris days, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of dating myself now, but
Yeah.
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 So Kathy, that's right. Kathy was there too. So I mean, so we're talking some good North Country folks here who are investing back into the North Country, and which is good for the area. And we're small business. You're a small business, and that's what this show's all about: is promoting small business, let people know that you're here. And we couldn't do it without Calvin and his. Bringing his hometown cable camera here to this site here, and why I'm talking about hometown cable. If you enjoyed this show today, well, first off, let Mark and Leanne know that you enjoyed it, and they can call you where? At what number?
297-0260.
We would have showed out there, but those flowers were so beautiful it covered your phone number. So 297
0260.
260. Okay, give them a call, let them know. But also, you can show your appreciation to Calvin by making a donation, and this is a pledge to support Hometown Cable. And you can send a donation to 1477 Ridge Road in Champlain, New York, 12919. Or you can also go to hometown.cablenetwork.com. Calvin does have a PayPal account on there if you would like to make a donation online. And when I talk about hometown.cablenetwork.com, he has thousands of shows posted on there, and they're truly hometown memories. And this show here for you guys will become a hometown memory for you as the years go on. And right now it's fresh, but as the years go by and look at some past videos on there, and I'm going to just kind of go back to the days when I could actually play softball, and my kids say, well, geez, Dad, you could actually play and you had hair back then, or more of it, and you go, well, that's a hometown memory, I guess, but it's kind of neat to see. And he has thousands and thousands of shows on there, posting every week. He does 10 to 12 shows a week, new stuff that he's going to get on. Matter of fact, he'll take that link tonight. If not tomorrow morning, it will be on Hometown Cable Network, and he'll actually send you a link. And if you guys are on any social media or anything like that, post
Sure.
that link out. Get
We
it
will.
on your Facebook so people can see that and get it out there. So again, support Hometown Cable. Calvin, 31 plus years now. June was his 31st birthday for Hometown Cable, and support Hometown Cable. It's a wonderful, wonderful cause. And Calvin does not get state funding or federal funding. It's all supported by viewers like yourself. And he would appreciate any kind of donation that you can send. And when you send a donation, what you're saying is that, yes, we really enjoy what you're doing out here in the North Country. And I tell Calvin this, and it brings a smile to his face, but he's a North Country hero now, doing this for 31 years, capturing the North Country on film, on audio or video. It used to be cassette tapes and VHS, and now we've moved on. But so send a donation, and this has been a very incredible show, wonderful show. I know this is going to be a big hit out there for the folks, kind of like your aunt and uncle over there when they bought that to do a bed and breakfast, because there's a lot of interest in these two buildings right here. So we hope you enjoyed this edition of Talkin' Business. I'm Joey Trombley, Calvin Castine, Mark and Leanne Lawrence, proprietors of this beautiful, beautiful facility here on the shores of Lake Champlain. Called
260
Lake Street.
a resort community.
Thank you, Calvin.